Greatness. Everyone talks about being great and achieving greatness. The greatest achievements are ones that will last forever, even after your time on this earth is over. So we strive for greatness, to be like Mike, to win championships, to be immortalized forever in what we do. But what happens when you come up just short? How does somebody rebound from that? How do you get back up and lick your wounds and go again? This is the story of the Cocoa Tigers, a perennially great high school football team. Under first-year head coach Ryan Snyder, they were written off by everybody. Going from an offense that was an old-fashioned running offense to a more balanced offensive scheme, the entire state wrote them off. They doubted the Tigers, and they proved those doubters wrong every single week and made it to the Class 4A state championship in the 2018-2019 season. And then, David didn't beat Goliath. Everybody loves the underdog, but what happens to the underdog who doesn't overcome the odds? How do you bounce back from that? How do you wake up the next morning and have the same mentality?
After the state game loss, the locker room was pretty emotional, pretty all over the place. Nobody really knew what happened, how it happened. Everybody was just trying to point the finger at another person, and it was a real morbid atmosphere.
So, the Tigers licked their wounds and went right back at it in the off-season, working hard every single day to make sure that what happened last year did not happen again. As the offseason drew to a close and the preseason coming up, the Tigers played their first game against Bayside High School, and they were not going to let anybody stop them this season. After the dominant 37-7 win against the Bayside Bears, the Cocoa Tigers went into a matchup against the Viera Hawks. This, a rematch from last year, in a 49-42 thriller where the Tigers sadly fell. This had history. This had weight.
Going into the Viera game this year, it was definitely a lot of hype to it because they beat us last year, and that game definitely meant a lot to us, not just for our pride, but as a statement game, to come out and show the county and the state that, we're not a cupcake team, we're serious state championship contenders and one of the best teams in the state.
Weezy out of here. Weezy.
Coming off of a 27-10 win for the Cocoa Tigers, they had to travel up north to Georgia to play against Hoover High School in the Freedom Bowl.
This beats on the track.
Coming off a heartbreaking loss to Hoover High School in the Freedom Bowl, the Cocoa Tigers, again, got right back up and kept fighting throughout the season. The Tigers were determined to get better. There is a reason so many Cocoa Tigers end up playing Division I football, and that is large in part due to the fact that they run practices much like colleges run practices.
It's really like the way Coach Snyder have practices, he does it where it's like a college practice. So where we're doing college drills, college everything.
This time, they would travel down south to play Sebastian River High School at Sebastian River. After a dominant 40-0 win against Sebastian River High School, the Cocoa Tigers traveled to Heritage High School to play against the Heritage Panthers. After a 30-9 victory against the Heritage Panthers, the Cocoa Tigers returned home to play against Glades Central. After a 27-20 victory against Glades Central, the Cocoa Tigers stayed at home for the next week and played Daytona Mainland High School. After a dominant win against Daytona Mainland High School, the Cocoa Tigers were on bye week. It was time to reflect on the season and look back to see what they can improve upon going forward. Everyone always talks about how Cocoa football is different, but how is it different? What makes Cocoa football different from all of the schools in our county and in our area?
What makes Cocoa different from other programs is how hard we work. I think we have one of the toughest strength and conditioning regimens probably in the state. We got a great strength and conditioning coach. Coach James Folsom does a great job with us over the summer and really pushes us as a team. We all get better. We all show up. It's not one of those programs where you have 10 to 15 people showing up. Every single day in and out, there's 30 to 50 kids there, coming in and getting work. So.
Next time on All In with the Cocoa Tigers, we will follow the Tigers through their playoff run to find out if David can beat Goliath.
Well, boys, we hit the jackpot this time.